I make a lot of videos, right? Wow, I make a lot of videos, and I make a lot of videos because there's a lot of things to say. Now, I just went over to my local shop, and I often speak about this particular Indian guy in this shop. And when I go in, he's all smiling, Aaron, oh, Aaron's great, and we have a laugh, and he's smiling and everything like that. If I don't mention or infer his situation, which is standing behind that kiosk in a chilly shop because everything has to be chilled so it doesn't go off for 8 hours a day. And he's there right up until 9 o'clock every night, starting at 1 o'clock after the morning shift. So I goes in there today, just coming back from being in the sun and, you know, in this beautiful national park, and I'm filled with God consciousness, and I bound in the shop to get a bottle of Newcastle Brown. I think, yeah, I've earned that little treat. And so I looked at him, and his name's Ranud Krishna. And I said, Mr. Krishna. And he looks at me, and he's like, oh, Aaron, how are you? Trying to put on a brave face. And I said, Mr. Krishna, there's a whole world out there, you know. Blue skies and big fluffy clouds and forestation and nature. He's never been in it. He's just not the sort. He's an Indian. All he does, he just works for a pittance behind his counter for £10 an hour. Counted pennies and a few pounds, but mostly pennies. Well, I noticed a change in his demeanour. He couldn't look at me. So he continued with the chit chat, but he was looking down when normally he's looking at me and he's smiling and he's all filled with what would seem to be joy, the fiction of joy. The trickery of joy, the self-deception of joy. Oh, here comes Aaron. He's a happy guy. He makes me smile. He brightens up my day until I mention to him, there's a whole world out there, you know, Mr. Krishna, with clear blue skies and lovely fluffy white clouds and nature abounds. And I'm tanned, and I've got a sparkle in my eye, and I've got muscles on my body, and I'm full of life. Well, I just went in there now to get some milk. He couldn't look at me. He's all subdued. And he's always talking to me a little bit, and looking at me with shifty eyes. It's not the same. Why isn't it the same? Because when I bound in that shop, I bring sunshine into his life, and I reflect sunshine of freeness and energy and vitality and joy and living. And he stopped behind that counter 6 days a week, fucking 50 hours a week, for fuck all. So every time he sees sunshine, he feels rain. And his face just looked sad, dejected, disappointed, disillusioned. Because I'd mentioned to him one reality. Hey, Ranud, there's a whole world outside there, you know. I can go in that shop maybe 5 times of a day, and he's there. 5 times within an 8-hour period, let's say. I don't think I've ever done that, but let's say 3 times. I go in at 1 o'clock, I go in at 5 o'clock, I go in at 9 o'clock, and he's still there. And I think, well, I've made 3 songs, I've had a meditation, I've read 30 pages in the book, and I've watched a couple of videos. What's he done? Counting sweaty fucking coins and opening and closing the cash register. So I get it when I'm speaking about people who fail themselves. And I've just put up a couple of videos about overweight people because it really is a big deal. You don't have to be that way. You just don't have to be that way. It's a choice you've made. And I'm like, do you want to wake the fuck up? Do you want to realise that you don't need to keep doing that? And doing that is killing you. And it's stifling you. And it's preventing you from doing all the wonderful things that I am doing. Because you're doing that. And nothing else to offset it. You could say, wow, you get pretty vexed about that. I'm just the sort of person that gets disappointed. When I know how beautiful life can be, I just suppose I'm an empath. I get disappointed when people around me are just so dejected and down and depressed and lifeless and spiritless. I'm like, I don't know whether it's a selfish thing. I don't know whether I just want everybody to be bright and happy and joyous like me, so we can have a party everywhere I go, instead of just looking upon dejection, sadness and apathy and any number of negative connotation. The world about me, it's sad. It's very sad. So now, Mr. Ranud Krishna, he can't look into the face of God. He looked into the face of God once, and it burned his retina. And now, he can't do it anymore. And he deflects his eyes, and he looks down. And I wonder if he realises that I realise what he's doing and why. And I wonder how much you guys feel the same. You don't want to watch my videos. They're too painful. To see someone free and ecstatic, embracing God consciousness and life and all that. And I mock you for your chicken packing and your road tarmacking and your road sweeping and being a cashier, and I'm like, all these sort of things, they're just so bizarre to me. They're so bizarre. And I'm like, why would anybody do that? And now in Britain, I heard today, they've raised the retirement age to 69 now. Is it 69 or 68? And I'm saying to Mrs. Y, because those fuckers, they don't want to pay any benefits. They don't want to pay any pensions. They just want to keep raising the fucking bar so the motherfuckers die before they can claim. And the fucking muppets succumb to it. They accept it. Oh, well, the retirement age pet is just getting further and further away. When I first considered retirement, I thought I'll be alright. I'll still have some teeth, I'll still have some hair, and I'll still have some life force. But unfortunately, it didn't work out that way. And now I have none of those. And yet I still have to keep working. I keep having to go slaving my life away. I think I'll expire before my retirement day. I really do. People should be more empowered. They really should. I do everything I can to empower you people. What do you do in return? Do you give me anything? Few of you do. Do you respect what I do? Few of you do. Do you appreciate what I do? Few of you do. What of the rest of you? What of the rest of you? You can't look in my eyes, can you? Because my sunshine burns your retina. You have to work on that, people. You have to open your eyes. You have to look into the eyes of God if you want to be God realized. Otherwise, you're just going to fade away. You're just going to succumb to the enormous pressure and suppression of these demonic powers which envelop the earth. You've got to break free, people. And if you really listened and acted on what I say in my videos, you'll free yourself tomorrow.